then glanced at her and skidded to a stop, as if he'd stumbled upon her by accident. If Liz weren't shot and panicked, she would have remembered to laugh. But as it was, sitting in water up to her waist, she felt her face folding into the blank expression of nothingness she had spent the better part of 19 years shaping. That time-worn, empty Negro expression she had perfected over the years, whereby everything, especially laughter, was halted and checked, double-checked for leaks, triple-checked for quality control, all haughtiness, arrogance, independence, sexuality, excised, stamped out, and vanquished so that no human emotion could emerge. A closed face is how you survive, her Uncle Hugh had told her. The heart can heal, but a closed face is a shield, he'd said. But he died badly, too. Besides, what was the point? She was caught. The hound approached, and she felt her lips curl into a smile, her face folding into submission, and thought bitterly, "This is how I'm gonna die, smiling and kowtowing to a damn dog." The dog ruff-ruffed a couple of times, sniffed, and edged closer. She guessed he couldn't be a Cuban hunting dog, the type the slave owners favored. A Cuban hunting dog, she knew, would have already ripped her face off. "Come on, boy," she said. "Come here. You hungry? You ain't no hunting dog, is you?" She reached into her pocket and produced a piece of wet bread, her last. The dog edged forward. Sitting in water up to her hips, she propped herself up and gently leaned towards him, her hand extended. She stroked him gently as he ate, then wrapped her fingers around his collar, ignoring the blinding pain in her face. "You shy of water?" she asked gently. He sniffed for more bread as she calmly stroked him and tenderly pulled him into the water until he was up to his chest. She tasted warm fluid in her mouth, realized it was blood, and spat it out, edging him deeper in. A surge of dizziness came and passed. With great effort, she slowly slid backwards into deeper water, easing him in, the sound of the busy current filling her ears as it reached her neck. The dog was eager to follow at first, wagging his tail. When the water reached his throat, he began to pull back. However, it was too late. She had him now. Holding his collar, she desperately tried to yank his head into the water to drown him, but the dog resisted, and she felt her strength suddenly vanish. Over his shoulder, through the dim fog and low overhanging trees of the nearby bog, she could see the horses now, 2 of them, thundering through the swamp, the riders ducking through the low overhanging juniper and black gum trees, their coats flying outward, horses splashing forward. She heard a man shout. The dog, hearing the shouting of his master, seemed to remember he was a hunter of humans and attempted a clumsy, snarling lunge at her, his teeth bared. With her last ounce of strength, she shoved his head into the water, drowning him, then pushed him away and let the current take him. She clambered up the steep embankment on the other side and felt hooves slam into the muddy earth near her face. She looked over her shoulder and expected to see a white face twisted in fury. Instead, she saw the calm, handsome face of a Negro boy of no more than 16, a gorgeous, beautiful chocolate face of calm and resolve. "Who are you?" she asked, stunned. The beautiful Negro boy smiled, showing a row of sparkling white teeth. "I'm Little George," he said. He raised the barrel of his rifle high, then lowered it towards her face. Merciful blackness followed. They laid her in the corner of the attic and waited for her to die, but her body stubbornly refused. For days she dissolved into and out of consciousness, moaning, her nightmares filled with garish images of the future of the colored race. Long lines of girls dressed as boys in farmers' clothing, young men standing before thousands delivering